For those keeping track at home, here's how the last few Toes of Terror films have stacked up in regards to my Feets and Toes rating system. Night of the Demon got 4 feet and 2 toes. Exists received 4 feet and 2 toes. Monstrous comes in at 4 feet. 15 Things You Didn't Know About Bigfoot got 3 feet and 5 toes. Big Legend got 3 feet and 3 toes. Hulu's Sasquatch documentary came in at 3 feet. Shriek of the Mutilated got 2 feet and 4 toes. Dawn of the Beast got 2 feet and 2 toes. And Feed the Gods clocks in at 2 feet and 1 toe. Let's see how 2006's Abominable ranks. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Abominable from 2006 is available to stream on Tubi and Amazon, plus you can get it on digital download, on demand, and DVD Blu-ray. Directed by Ryan Schifrin and written by Ryan Schifrin and James Morrison. Abominable incorporates a few elements that elevates it above the level of most Bigfoot films. Shades of Rear Window come through as Matt McCoy, who had the dubious honor of replacing the Gutenberg when he left the Police Academy movies, plays a writer in a secluded cabin in the woods. Because of an earlier accident, he's confined to a wheelchair and resorts to watching the world happen around him through a pair of binoculars. When he starts seeing a hairy beast roaming the woods around his cabin, he tries to convince folks that he's not crazy, but of course, they don't believe him, and finally think the crippled kook has lost his marbles. Enter a quintet of buxom babes renting the cabin next door, and director Ryan Schifrin plays up the creepy voyeur vibe a lot with the women's when they see the writer toting around binoculars. And with Tiffany Shepis being one of the babes, I don't blame McCoy for getting a little pee-pee Tommy. This sets up for some nice scenes filled with tension as McCoy serves as the audience, shouting out when he sees the creature looming in for the kill and can do nothing about it from his wheelchair. Schifrin does this just enough times to make it believable. One more scene of McCoy screaming with binocs up to his face would have teetered into parody, but it stops just shy of that. Schifrin has assembled a nice cast of genre greats. Jeffrey Combs and Lance Henriksen appear for a memorable scene in the woods facing off against the beast. Dee Wallace makes an appearance as a frantic Dee Wallace. And the Breakfast Club's principal Vernon himself, Paul Gleason, plays a sheriff who doesn't believe in Bigfoot with a level of arrogance and swagger that the great character actor did so well. The best thing about the film is the monster itself. This full-body suit and articulated head makeup/costume is fantastic. Bigfoot's mouth extends like a serpent's and is filled with crooked, dirty teeth. Even the eyes are set further apart, giving him an otherworldly look. Though I couldn't help but think of Big Enos, Pat McCormick from Smokey and the Bandit fame, every time I saw the beast. This film stands out as having one of the best-looking practical effects Bigfoots I've ever seen. I'm going to give Abominable 3 feet and 5 toes. There's a lot to like with Abominable. It's got lots of gore, as Bigfoot likes to tear out people's throats with his teeth and swallow heads whole. There's Tiffany Shepis in a shower scene, which is cool, and a sophisticated take on the Bigfoot story that harkens back to a Hitchcockian classic. With all of this going for it, Abominable is anything but. I'm curious, do any of you Bigfoot horror fans have any Bigfoot encounter stories? I'd love to hear about them down in the comments. That'll be it for today. Please chime in down below in the comments and let me know how on the nose or mind-numbingly wrong I am, or you can counter with your own review. So guys, you know how YouTube works. I'd love to be able to dedicate more time to this channel. I'm not monetized yet, so if you want to help me out, remember to hit all the pertinent bells and whistles down below. Want some spooky comics to read? I have 2 new horror comic book trade paperbacks you should look out for. Both Gravetrancers and Pirouette, collecting never-before-published issues, can be found in only the finest of comic book shops. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on my website, mlmillerwrites.com. If you really want to show your support, I also have a Patreon page at ML Miller. Look for the link to my Patreon page down below. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality.